StarDust Stables Barn Tour, and right now we have a very long trail ride going on, including the karting cart. But over here we've got the vet, and he's just opening the gate, and this is Oksana riding Olympia, or she's a goddess, and she's going to be leading the trail ride with her husband. This is a Bruno on Spirit, or Spirit of the West. And right there, this is Blakely. She's riding Storm, or Sudden Explosion, who is very near to being kicked. If that wasn't Spirit, who is completely fine with whatever you do. But any other horse, she'd probably have like a dent in her skull. Over here, this is Rain and Drizzle. Rain's show name is Raining Hundreds. Yes, that happened. And Drizzle's is Daddy's Last Dollar. Over here, this is Johanna, and she's riding District, or Mahogany Heights. This is Sabina, and she's riding one of her horses. This is Shasta, or Shasta La Vista. Yes, I did that as well. And then this is Courtney, and she's actually riding her sister's horse. And this is Butters, either way. And Butters' show name is Butterfly Effect. So her sister's riding in the cart, which you'll see in a bit. This is Infinity, and she's riding Dawn, who is actually a show name, or her show name is awesome, but in a second. Her name was suggested by a comment, which is awesome. But her show name can be a fandom reference if you want, and it's the Red Son of Dorne, which is like a Game of Thrones reference, but I'll probably end up calling her the Red Son of Dawn just because like her name is Dawn. But anyway, this is, let me see, who is this? I think this is Dalton. Yeah, this is Dalton, and he's riding Mist, or oh god, Mist, where are you, buddy? Oh god, I don't know where her name is. Oh no. Mist, or Mist Memories. And they're all going out that way, obviously. This is Casey, and she's she was just walking with, that's, Honey? No, what am I talking about? That's Caramel, or Carefree Delight, who has stopped to eat because she's a douche. Not really, just kidding. Over here, this is Turbo, or Turning Royal. And he's being ridden by our new girl. This is, I shouldn't have done that. This is Danny. She's in her camping gear. She's kind of like holding like the walkie-talkies and everything. Because he's actually perfectly fine with anything on his back, like literally anything. Then over here, this is our lovely Shay, and she is riding Mocha, or Moments of Madness. And I'll get to them in a second. I'm going to go around. So this is our parking. As you can see, not much is happening. The cart has been moved, for obvious reasons. And over here, I'm gonna go this way, I guess. These are the cows. That's June and Bug, Manflower, our Giraffe Safari, and Ollie the Owl. And then over here, this is Emmy, and she's getting out Esprit, or Esprit Full, and Phantom, or of the Opera. I might change that. I changed it already, but I'm gonna change it probably like 15 times before I actually find a name I want. And then over there, that is War and... No, wait. That's not right. God, what is it? Give me a second. I'm just gonna, I need to find this. It's Rose and West? No, that's Ally and Ziggy. Okay, Ally and Ziggy. Oh, God. Where'd they go? Oh, my. Oh, my. My. I don't think they have show names, because technically they're not, like... Oh, wait, no, okay. Allies is Armed and Dangerous, and Ziggy's is Yaman. I feel like I should know those just because, like, I love both of those so much, but, I'm stupid. So, anyway. And they have all their halters hanging on both of those, for both of those stalls. Over here is Bandit, or... I know his. I should, at least. Bandit, come on, bud. Where'd you go? Bandit is Stole a Heart, which... I might change that slightly, but we'll see. And then that's Lightning, I think. Yeah, that's Lightning, whose show name, let me just he's rearing because he doesn't trust people anymore. His name is Little by Little, which is actually very true right now because we're slowly rehabbing him little by little, which is adorable. And that's in Emily, sorry. And she's opening their stall doors. Then we've also got some stallions already out here. So this is Zeus, or Zeus's Fury. And I have gotten a comment that that's taken from another, like, Schleich collector or whatever you want to call her. And I'm sorry, people have the same show names for horses. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it because I'm not changing it because it works perfectly for him. But he's playing with his ball. There's a few blankets from some of the trail horses right here because most of the people just tacked up right here. This is Tribute, I think. Isn't that his name? Tribute? He doesn't actually... No, this is Tribute, sorry. He doesn't actually have a show name yet, so... show name's welcome. Tribute is from the Hunger Games, so... Something along those lines would be awesome. And then this is Tiny Little Winterfell. Yes, I know. Fandom reference. So great. Or, the Snow of Winterfell. So, some people call him Jon Snow. But that's kind of weird because I wouldn't ride Jon Snow. No offense. In any way. Anyway, this is the show barn, part 2. No one's really in it, but their halters are hanging. And I was going to use this as a neck rein, but I ended up not, so it's just kind of sitting there. I might make it into an actual, show ribbon. And then this is what my tiny little arena ended up being, and it's so cute. Okay, anyway. This is Prince. This one right here. I think he's beautiful, but he's got really gross eyes. But anyway, this is Prince. His show name is Prior to War. And then this is Peanut or Russian Roulette. It's just so cute. I thought, oh my god, so cute. But yeah, and so they've got that just covering the change in the different shades. And then it's kind of this is starting to flow out of their stall. Oh, don't fall. And then this obviously isn't a gate, but I'm just acting like it is. Because I'm not about to make a gate. I already have one right there, but I'm not going to make a second. So this is kind of oh yeah, that looks mostly like a gate. But anyway. And this is our carousel, which is not being used at all right now. So I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to go through everyone riding in the cart. And there's a lot of them. That's why there's so many horses pulling. So we've got Arrow pulling on this one with my favorite harness, just being honest. So Arrow is may the odds be ever in your favor. You have to say it in the accent, but if I was really feeling it, I would probably say it a little better. In the middle is Hugo, who's always so focused and determined. And Hugo's is House of Cards. And he actually has a new carding bridle, which has chain reins and a red brow band, which I love. I thought that was kind of cool. And these pale brownish orange reins that don't actually go long enough to reach. So we're going to act like somehow those are actually reaching. And then this is Captain or Captive Dreams, I think. Yeah, Captive Dreams. He's the only one that's got blinders on, which is kind of funny, but yeah. And then this is, who is this? Driver guy. Oh, this is Justin. Sorry, I wasn't even pointing at him. This is Justin. Let's act like he's actually holding all the reins instead of them kind of just being in his lap. And he's pulling the cart, and in the cart we have Baku, Sheki, Lulu, and Baxter, all the boxers. And I was going to have them kind of walking along with the trail ride, but that's kind of unrealistic because these are brachycephalic dogs who would most likely collapse after a few, maybe a mile. Maybe they could go a mile. And then we've got, that's Sarah, and she's trying to find a seat, but it's kind of crowded with the dogs. That's Allie, and she's not riding, and I don't know why. I don't have an excuse. Other than she is actually not made to ride, if you can tell. She's the sitting type of person. And then this, who is this girl with helmet? I like how that's... Okay, this is Katie. And she's trying to find a seat. For some reason, she has her helmet. Maybe her mom's super overprotective. And this is Oreo, who's running along excitedly. And luckily, these carting horses are not in the least bit scared. I'm stuttering a lot. I'm sorry about that. Over here is the office. No one's in here, so it's not that important. But we've got Smidget and Butterscotch in there, if you can see. Smidget. And they're not going just because, one, they are too young. Two, Smidget is brachycephalic and doesn't really like dogs. Anyway. Or they're too small, sorry. This is the hay waterer thing. This is the arena, which is beautiful, I know. And then this is... Which one is this? Who are you? You are Dustin. And Dustin's just kind of fixing up this area because it got a little messy. And we probably will be having a show and or a mock show soon. So we want to make sure we have like enough ribbons to give out and all that. This is the house, which is still not doing anything. I said probably 2 barn tours ago that I wanted to do something, but I still haven't. But yeah, I still love it. Oh my god, this is the prettiest house ever. Even though it looks ugly, like just the fact, I don't know. And okay, this is the tack room, which is kind of empty because all the carting harnesses are gone. Please focus. And then the halters. And then these stalls are empty, and then there's StarDust and Delilah, and they're just looking out longingly into the dogs that could not go because puppies. But yeah, over here, just gonna scoot a little. Oh wait, I forgot show names. StarDust is Standing Ovation, and Delilah's is Define Normal, which both of them I love. I love my show names. I'm very proud of most of them. There's a random bucket on this on Hugo stall. Don't know why. I love these stalls, even though they don't have windows, which is kind of unrealistic. I still love them. I think it's just like the hay makes it. Anyway, this is Violet and Rose, and I'm acting like they're twins for now unless I decide to get rid of them again. Or one of them. This one. This ugly little one. But, oh god, I cracked myself up. Anyway, so they're just trying to give, let's act like those are bones or treats and not carrots. But they're trying to like give treats to the dogs who didn't get to go to kind of cheer them up, which are the Dalmatians. And we needed her to stay because she's our guard dog, just in case something happens. And then this is, give me a second, sorry. Who is this? This is, oh god, who are you? Oh god, okay, let me just like, look at that, isn't that pretty? Still trying to find him. Clint? His name is Clint. Clint, yeah. And he's just watching them. He may or may not be their dad. I'm still trying to figure out like family ties, because I know like the barn owner and her family, I know like Blakely and her family. The others are kind of like maybe married, maybe related, stuff like that. But anyway, this is the tack room, the public tack room. Sorry, my hand was like, yo. Oh, I put some extra tack hooks. I put one right here, which is holding Allie's tack, and then I have one back there, which I actually glued down so it's not just a paper clip. Because these keep falling, and I'm not about to like try to make more. I got sick of it. So it's very messy right now, but this is basically like Blakely, Allie, and Courtney's tack room. Because they're about the only people that put tack in here, other than Sarah has a bareback pad, but she doesn't have much tack. But yeah. Breathe, Sabina. Okay, anyway. Okay, sorry. Helmets, food, tack boxes, and more food. Over here's our cat, Smoke, who hasn't moved since the last barn tour because he does nothing. Sorry, that was mean. And this is the barn owner's stalls with these 2 stalls because they love to eat. They're actually sawdust instead of hay because if it wasn't, they would eat literally the entire stall in a matter of probably hours, which is not healthy and not fun. Anyway, this is the private tack room, which not much tack is being used because a lot of people ended up going like either in bareback pads or bareback. So yeah, but we've got like the barn owner and her family's tack. This is the feed room, which kind of like loops around, which I love. And we've got some extra like shipments, I guess, of feed. We've got like the feed container or whatever you want to call that. The like cabinet. These are the wash stalls right next to this tack room. And the blanket hut, I guess you could call it. I'm going to sit down over here and then reach, because that's the easiest way to do stuff. Over here, this is pudding or putting on the glitz. I'm pretty sure. Let me get my names out. Oh no, I just broke something. No surprise. Yeah, putting on the glitz. Love Bug or Plenloon, and Caspian or Clean and Spotless, which I love that name just because he's actually not clean and spotless. He's got lots of spots under that cute little blue blanket. Over there, the chickens, the like gooses. Do you see that? Do you see that's a goose? That's a goose. That's a duck. Anyway, over here, this is, they don't have show names because they don't show. But anyway, sorry, I felt like I needed to point that out. This is Sugar. Bay is like rolling over and being adorable. And then Babe. And they have like a water bucket there, and then their food is inside. Because we can deal with water and water, but we can't deal with water and food, even though the food bucket is empty. This is where StarDust and Delilah normally go, because StarDust hates other horses with her baby. But yeah, it's empty right now because they're in their stall. But they'll probably be moved in a few minutes or hours, whatever. Over here is the jump storage, which last week I think had like Justin or someone. I feel like it was Justin. I don't know why. Dustin probably. Cleaning this out, trying to make it look better, but it doesn't, because I never actually cleaned it out. I just had him like positioned. Anyway, but this is like cross-country storage out here. That's my toe. Get rid of that. And then over here is like indoor jumps. The arena is empty or like not being used. We've got our flag that we use to like rehab horses kind of and like train them to get used to like certain things like waving flags and tarps on the ground and stuff like that. So that just stays there. We've got like cavalettes, cones, and poles. Barrel racing. Oh god, I'm about to choke. Sorry. And excuse me. And the dog agility. I'm going really slow because I keep like forgetting to breathe. Anyway, this is like our whiteboard with like all our information that hasn't changed since probably like 2014. Even though I haven't had it that long, let's ignore that fact. And then the corkboard, which still has nothing on it because I'm not creative. Over here, trying to turn without breaking anything. This is the pony club with the little ladder. No one's in here, but it's got like the pictures of like the Frisian, as stupid as I call it. I am stupid. And then like the ponies, cute little ponies with the focus. And then all of our like, sponsors and some of our past riders in the pony club, stuff like that. The vet center, which is luckily empty. And then our big calendar, like public calendar. Let's act like it's not August 2015 because it's not. But yeah, I love that. I love it so much. It's so cute. It's so cute. Let me fix this gate before you see my hand. Anyway, over here is the lesson barn, and only 3 lesson horses remain, and they're all ponies, because 2 of them were being used on kind of like beginner riders for the trail ride. But anyway, we've got, this is Snowflake. He's playing in the water because he's mean, and he likes other horses to taste poop. And his show name, if I can find it in time, and not take 20 minutes, is Snow on Cedar Point, which I thought was adorable. Just saying. And then this is Thunder. Thunder's name, if I can find it. Okay, these lights are getting on my nerves. Thunder's is the supernatural. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, there is no bum, bum, bum in there. But yeah, he's just looking out longingly with his, like, old man face. And over here is Romeo, or I Don't Need My Juliet. And then, also, he can be called All I Want Is This Blue and Pink Ball because it's adorable and I love it. It's my best friend because he's, like, weird like that. But yeah, he only plays with that ball. He doesn't like other horses around him in his ball. Over here is Indy. Which I was not going to name the Indy 500. I'm sorry. Indy or It's a Long Story, because it is. I love this horse except for her face marking. It looks so stupid. It makes her look like she's got like a piece of her face missing. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. But everything about her just makes me happy other than that. Because she's like a really nice mold. Anyway, over here is, this is Ice or Freezing Over. And then Olaf or One Against an Army. And they're just like loving on each other because they're adorable like that. This is Silver or Silver Lining. And Play, where is she? Play or Winning Player. And they're just like chilling because they're adorable as well. And then over here is... Gotta find it. This is always the hard part, is just finding it. Bow, or the Fire Burns Brightest in the Darkness, which is mostly a fandom reference. Hunger Games fandom reference. Go you if you know what that's from. And he's just stepping in the water because he's also a little bit of a meanie. He loves to make other horses taste poop. Gotta fix it. Could you not? Sorry. My horses love to fall over. Even though there's nothing structurally wrong with them. Sorry. Okay. This is Stella and Luna. And then Ibu is the gray one, who's like an adopted foal. Or maybe he's just like that twin that came out wrong. That's so mean. But anyway, yeah. So they're adorable, as it's been established. This is like the mucking out supplies. And then she just closed the gate behind them. Or like... She just turned most of them out, so she's like closing the gate, being a smart equestrian, even though she technically doesn't ride. She just works here. Okay, so Rain and Dristle technically don't exist in this barn anymore, but this is River, which I thought was adorable, and Brooke, and they don't have show names yet, I don't think. I'm pretty sure, no. I will probably end up getting those show names, but if you want to suggest something that's just, like, brilliant, like it blows my mind, that'd be great. And then these are the foals that their moms left them because their moms don't love them. I'm just kidding. But anyway, this is, Kato. We'll start from here. This is Kato or Call of the Wild. This is Clove or Clean Cut. This is War. I'm pretty sure War. Yeah, War or... I have to find it. War or Every Rebellion Starts with a Spark. Another Hunger Games fandom reference. You're welcome. And then this is Mustang. Okay, I gotta find him, which is always the hard part. I'm gonna make this like easier to read. Mustang or Mystical Dreamer. And then their blanket right there. And then over here, I still need this list. What am I doing? That's Rose and West. And Rose's show name is Romeo's Juliet. No affiliation with I Don't Need My Juliet. And then that's West or Spreading Like Wildfire. Over here is Gigi / Goddess, which I don't think she has a show name. None of these guys have a show name. So Gigi, Percy and Annabeth. And then this is Snow or, God, why can't I do this faster? I'm a failure. Snow, where are you, you little poop? Oh my God, I'm so mad right now. I just can't find this horse. Snow, get your butt over here. I'm about to write Soldier's Baby Girl, and then Pride is Primitive Habit. I'm done. Oh my God. I'm going to make a new list, and I'm going to make it legible, because apparently I suck at this. Over here, this is Lightning, Bolt, and Storm. So Lightning's show name is Little by... This is actually Lightning. The other one was Midnight. So Midnight's, if you can see him rearing over there, that's Midnight Mayhem. I'm sorry about that. And this is Lightning or Little by Little. I had such a clever name. Dang it. Okay, and then Bolt or Bit of Gold, because I don't know why. And then Storm and this is Tornado. If I can find his show name, that would be great. Loving it. Okay, this is Touch the Horizon. And then over here, she doesn't have a name, or she doesn't have a show name. I forgot what her actual name is. I have it down, though. So this is Singsong. I'm lying. This is Singsong or A Song of Ice and Fire, which, oh my God, I'm very proud of that. I was going to call her Melody at first, and I was like, I had a friend named Melody, so that would be kind of weird. But anyway, this is Indy. Who did I just call Indy? Oh my God. Okay, that horse that I called Indy is Queen. What is wrong with me? And Queen's show name, if I can find her show name is The Queen's Dagger. I'm just failing today. I'm sorry. So Indy's show name is whatever I just said it was, which now I feel like I need to say it. God, I feel stupid. I'm sorry. Indy or It's a Long Story. That's Honey. I'm 100% sure about that. And hers is, if I can even find it. Oh my God. Honey, get your butt into my line of vision. It sounds weird. Oh my God. Honey or Honor First. That's Sanem or Hades' only daughter. And that's Katniss or The Mockingjay Lives. Another fandom reference. Both of those two front horses. Over here is the hay storage, which has grown. So let's take a look. I got 3 more hay bales, so there's like no space. There's still like the little pile of like reject hay. And there's nothing back there, if you can tell. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a big amount of hay right now, which is pretty cool. And we still have the blankets right there just to make sure that no horses can like reach and get it. Just clean that off. Anyway, and then there are trophies right here, and I'm finally done. And I'm actually like tired. That's our wind turbine, whatever. Which let's act like that makes our power. That's a good. It says aero motor, so it's our aero motor. We do not live in Texas. It says San Angelo, Texas, but we're not in Texas, I promise. So yeah, that was it. I am tired and angry now, but it's done, and hope you enjoyed. Any name suggestions for the show names I didn't actually manage to create, please suggest them. I don't know why I'm walking around aimlessly, but yeah, that's my barn tour.